When Philip opened Genesis Academy Taekwondo, he thought it would be like a field of dreams. Build the school and students will flow in. He had the passion, he had the black belts ready to support him, and he had the vision to teach traditional martial arts by the right way. But then reality hit hard. Months went by and he was stuck at just 6 or 7 students, including himself. He was paying rent out of pocket, he was handing out flyers at local schools, he was battling his own instructor just to update their logo for the 21st century. And then he reached a breaking point where you had to make a choice: close the door in 3 months or take a last massive leap of faith to save the school. That's when he found us as Zero Marketing. He was terrified to pull the trigger, but he did it. And the results, well, in just 3 months, Philip went from 7 students to over 40 paying members. He brought in over 120 people through the doors and had 40 people coming in monthly. And most importantly, his school was officially in the green and turning a profit. So in this video, Philip actually breaks down exactly what it felt like to be on the brink of closing, how he overcame his fear of selling out, and how instead he took that leap of faith and he filled his mats without sacrificing any standards. So if you are a martial arts school owner struggling to get people through the door, you need to hear Philip's story here. We're going to dive straight in. You're going to learn exactly how he was able to turn the school around, and you're going to get insights about our member magnet program and see how it may also be a fit for you. If you haven't already booked in a call, you can go and do so in the link in the description to learn more about our program and how we guarantee a minimum of 60 people showing up through your doors in 90 days. Exactly what we did for Philip, except of course, over delivering on that guarantee despite that. So let's dive in.
Hey everyone, Bradley here from Missouri on Marketing. I'm here with our client Philip from Genesis Academy Taekwondo. They've had just the results they've had with us so far over the last 3 months, been about 120 leads coming into the gym. And, I personally really appreciate how you run your gym and kind of your mindset on things. You seem like a very genuine, honest guy and you're in it for the right reasons. So I wanted to interview you on that, kind of your experience in the industry, your background, just overall any feedback that you might have in the industry. So if you don't mind, Philip, I'll have you give a quick intro, kind of your background in martial arts in general, how you got started, why you were inspired to open the school, and I'll give you the floor with that.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks a lot. I've been doing Taekwondo since about 2000. I started, um, pretty much started because I wanted to do something after school. My instructor, who is the chief instructor of my academy, has been doing it since '78. He started with one of the first Taekwondo schools in Boston area. So we teach traditional Taekwondo, and I've opened in August. So I've been practicing since 2000. Didn't decide to open up a school until 2025. So that whole time we were operating as like a nonprofit, training where we could, um, groups of kids here and there, fellow students. We'd go compete, do our thing. But I felt it was time for me to do something, open up the school. One, so we could have a place to train, and two, you know, continue to teach Taekwondo how it was intended. So that's pretty much my background in Taekwondo. I've been doing it ever since. I've had experience in MMA, Red Line in Cambridge, which is closed now. I've done Muay Thai, and I recently started Jiu-Jitsu now. So, like I said, I've done martial arts pretty much my whole young adult life. Did boxing, and I've always ended up back at Taekwondo training. So, like I said, open up the school has been a big thing I've always wanted to do. Um, Making money is a whole nother challenge. So that's I think where we
Sure.
I leave off there.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
what was like the main thing when did you open the school exactly again?
August 15th, 2025.
Okay. And and what was kind of the biggest challenge when you first opened?
I, like I being first challenge was getting people in the door. Like I assumed, oh, word of mouth is gonna be just fine. Oh, the kids
Mhm.
will come. Almost like Field of Dreams. You build it, they people will come. And plus I was kind of just happy to have like, oh, I have a place of my own. We
Mhm.
can all train. I have a lot of black belts that were happy they're going to be here to support me. And like I said, 20%, 100% of people are motivated in the first 5 minutes. In the end, it only ended up being me and my instructor. And so I ended up either I had two choices, either let it fail or keep it going. So, like I said, that was the
Mhm.
biggest challenge in the beginning was getting people in and finding a way to, like I said, when I was coming up in Taekwondo, there was no Facebook, there was no smartphones, cell phones. It was all word of mouth. People would talk at tournaments, and whoever like school was the best, like people would come there. It'd be easy. You'd walk up after school, people would show up in the door and train.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's been multiple factors, and I think in the last 10 years that have affected martial arts as a whole, whether it be watering down or just not getting the word out. MMA being the whole transition, but that, like I said,
Mhm.
getting people in the door, biggest challenge, day one.
And what did you try to mitigate that, to solve that issue?
I was doing flyers, trying to get going to the kids' school, handing out flyers like to like local American Legion, stuff like that. Really not many things like I should have. I did a little bit of Facebook ads myself, trying to promote more promoting my posts uh versus actually ads. It was more like assigning my Instagram account, getting the Facebook account getting our Google business updated. All of that was like non-existent when I opened. So I started quickly realizing like I need to start getting my digital picture up. Like no one knows we exist right now, uh,
Mhm.
besides like Facebook. So I started working slowly to integrate those things together, like making sure that Instagram, Facebook's linked, and then we actually have a bit. We're actually on Google Maps, searchable as
Mhm.
Taekwondo, and that helped a little bit. But like I said, at that time, it was already like 2 months in, and I'm already like, okay, I have no income in. This is all I'm paying all this out of pocket right now, and the stress was already starting to build up. So that was my mitigation was pretty limited of what I needed to do.
Yeah, it's pretty stressful. Pretty
Yeah,
stressful. I guess what was, because then you would have found us not too far after, right?
I believe it was so. Yeah, September, October, November, December must have been when I found you guys.
Mhm.
I honestly don't
Yeah.
know. It was weird because I wasn't getting any ads of martial arts schools, any of that stuff. I didn't start getting flooded with that until after you guys. So coming
Gotcha.
across Zurion was I don't know, it was kind of out of the blue how it appeared,
Mm.
and it was tough to actually commit to. I think I had like an interview lined up with a different company like GoPro or something like that, and then saw you guys, and it was a little tough to just like, all right, who are these guys? I searched, and I'm like, oh, I think these guys are new, so I don't really. And I
Mhm.
watched a couple testimonials, and then I did the interview, and that was I think that was it after that.
Mhm.
Uh, after the
What
whole
did you think initially? Like, I guess what were your first impressions, and then what were you like nervous about anything with us? Like, and
oh,
you can be fully transparent. People
I was
think we're random
terrified.
people on the
I was
internet.
absolutely terrified. I was a little nervous. So like I was at a breaking point. I was angry, like just like am I gonna have to give up on this thing? I'm not a quitter. Like I said, I got 20 years in the army, infantry I've deployed, I'm a firefighter. I was like, I'm very stubborn and the last thing I want to do is give up on ooh,
Real. It's
yeah.
real, man.
Mhm. But, yeah, definitely scared. Um,
I imagine.
yeah, yeah. So like I said, I was like, oh man, is this gonna be a scam or is this not? Like, am I gonna just blow more money and end up staying in the same position I'm at? So that was like the fear right there.
Of course, a natural.
Yeah.
I would feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
Who the hell are these guys? I'm about to give them
Yeah.
how much money, and I'm already in the hole. Like, what do
Yeah.
you mean?
Mhm.
How did you? I mean, I'm seeing like obviously it emotionally affected you, and like I can't even believe. I'm so stoked that we're here in this position right now because we're
Yeah.
in such a good spot, and
Yeah.
like we've we've made it out of the hole, right? Like we're
Yeah.
here and we're growing.
Mhm.
Um, but what, I guess what pushed you over the edge to be like, screw it, let's do it?
I think at the end of the conversation, we were like, well, like, what do you really want? Do you want the school to succeed or not? It's like they're, guys were being honest, like, hey, you're about to spend this money, but you need to be willing to make changes too to make it succeed. Well, it's like, yeah, like you were telling me, you can drop the money, like, and you may, in the short term fix things, but for this to continue, you're gonna have to make changes on your end too. It's not just a one-way street.
Hmm.
So I think that was it. It was like this was like my last attempt. I was like, I'm willing to, drop the big amount of money, but I'm also willing to give this my all. Like I said, and in the end, like if this doesn't work in the 3 months that I do this, I will happily give it up and say, hey, I tried my best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
versus just giving up and like, oh, did I try my best? No. So
Hmm.
like I said, that was my point when I said I was like, you know what? This is it. I've already spent this much money. I'm gonna spend this amount, 6,000 or whatever it was, and then the ads on top of that. But this is gonna be my last like hoorah attempt to make it work. It's like I've
Yeah.
already spent over that anyway, just in waiting. It's like how much
Hmm.
longer can I wait before change? And it just
Hmm.
seemed after like I heard how the system worked and it's like, okay, these guys seem like they have a good process going. And kind of just bit the bullet. Like even after I paid, I was like just nervous, still shaking. Like it's like, oh, we're charging this a credit card right now. Still feels like a scam. It's like the whole time. It was just like nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine. And what were you at, like student wise? I want to say you were at like 6 or 7 students, maybe.
Yeah, like 6 or 7. That's like including me and my kids. So it's like, yeah, yeah, six and
Hmm.
seven um
And where
students.
are you at now?
Uh 40. So 39, 40 students right now, paying students. So
Yeah.
on the books, 47, 40 paying students. That
Nice.
is that, and now we're exceeding our cost right now. So we're actually making a profit.
We're in the green officially.
Yep, yep, officially in the
Let's
green.
go.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Um, That's awesome. And I will say, like, on a personal note, this is why I like genuinely, I think I actually told you this maybe when we were onboarding or
Yeah.
maybe when we were doing the launch call. I was like, this is why I like working for this company and doing this job
Yeah.
is because of stories like yours. But it's like
Yeah.
you're actually in it for the right reasons. You're not just here to make a profit, but
Yeah.
obviously it's part of the business, right? To keep this
Yeah.
afloat, to be able to make the impact in the community you want to
Mhm.
make, you have to have that. And
Yeah, that's the mindset I
your
didn't have at all. Like I was just like, I'm battling my instructor. He didn't even want me to freaking change a logo for the Instagram. I'm like uphill. I'm battling, traditional, Kumite killer here, trying to it's like, hey, we
Mhm.
need to transition to the 21st century, dude. Like you need to let me take charge of this. And I was like, and I, convinced him like, hey, if this, like, give me 60 days. Like, if this fails, it fails. But let me take the reins. You, where you worry about instructing, you worry about, running, auditing me, vetting my train, making sure I'm training these kids correctly. Like, you are the chief instructor. I'm not taking that away, but it's, my school. I put all the money down. And now that was a hard part, like being able to take the business reins um of the thing. It's something I don't like. I don't like pushing people. I don't want to be like the belt factory. Like I said, there's a dime a dozen Taekwondo schools around here, a dime a dozen Olympic Taekwondo karate schools, dime a dozen, whatever kung fu, whatever you want to call it. Everyone says it's Taekwondo, but are they really Taekwondo? No. It's like Taekwondo's thrown around like sports car. Like is it
Mhm.
it's so like I said, keeping our standard holding our standard was a fear of mine. Like, am I gonna have to lower my standard to do this? Like, am I gonna have to be like you said, a salesman, used car salesman to try and get people to make this succeed? And I definitely wasn't willing to do that. So that was like also part of the fear of starting this is like, are we gonna sacrifice our, you know, Genesis name in order to, make rent? Is that a necessity? And eventually it was, after onboarding, I was like, okay, this is not at all going to be like this is not at all going to happen. We're still going to be the same school we're supposed to be,
Mhm.
and that came with like the trials and the questions and like what are your like you guys asked us like what are your requirements? 2 days a week, and you need to be able to train and full contact stuff like that. So like you said, asking those questions was a big relief.
For sure.
Slowly, like I said, it was like a few weeks there. I was still just like, okay, I just blew this money. I'm ready to close in a couple months. Like that was my mindset. Took me a while to come around. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Dang. I
yeah,
mean, I knew you were in a rough position, but you hid that from me. I didn't know it was that real of like you're gonna have to close. We did have good results at the gate, so I think that's why when we got on our calls, you were like, all right, let's go, let's do this,
yeah,
because you seemed like you were locked in.
yeah.
Um,
My mode was like I'm gonna have to I forgot who I first met on the call. I forgot his
Probably
name, and
Jimmy.
I think it was Jimmy, and I was like, he was like, how he asked me like, how long can you keep this going? Like, and like, look how much you're spending out of pocket every month. Like, how long can you keep this going? And I was like, well, my stubborn ass, I'm gonna keep it going 6 months. In reality, I should close in 3 months if this doesn't work. But me being
Hmm.
stubborn, I'm gonna push the 6 months. So that's like what, another $40,000 or whatever it is, like down the drain. So that was like
Hmm.
a real like moment, like, okay, I got to make a decision. And I think this is it. I'm gonna take a chance here.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It felt like I was just like taking a chance, taking a leap of faith. Uh,
Mm.
I mean, everything Jimmy said made sense, but I still was terrified. I was like, yeah, I'm about to wait. So I'm about to charge my card, and I'm not going to see these guys again.
You can put as
That's like,
much logic as you want in
yeah,
front of 10 grand, but the second it's 10
yeah,
grand that you're actually taking out of your bank account or anything
yeah,
about that number
yeah.
is, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I guess how has your experience been so far? And like, don't sugarcoat it. Be very real. Like, how has your experience been so far since that period? Now we're in the green, and what has it been
Uh,
like for you?
from January 1st, I think it was great. Like, little confusing at first with like the trials coming in. I didn't have a good system set up, but I quickly adapted. Like the whole paper thing was fine at first. Uh, like I said, we were getting trials in, and I was like, once I got like 3 trials, 4 trials, I think my first sign up was like I said, I know these kids in order. I called them your patient 0, your patient 1, 2, 3. Like you are about my first student, dude. Like Orion. Orion Perez was my first paying student. I tell his mom, like, you're number one, dude. Like, and that's how I use it to motivate him. Like, how are you gonna let these kids pass you? Like, they're testing next week. Like, you
Yeah.
need to get your crap together. Like I said, the first week, January 7, I had like 7 or 8 signups. And like I said, I was like, holy crap, this shit's working. These guys are coming in the door. And I was like, oh wow. So you answer the questions like, yeah, we got the Taekwondo, we clicked the thing, we got a link, and I was like, oh, okay, this is working. And like I said, from day one, it was going great. I didn't have
Hmm.
like I may not have had signups right away, like day one signups, but slowly it started happening, and it was like I said, no complaints.
Hmm.
Like right away, people. I was not expecting people coming in that door that quickly. I was like, look, I was like in the gym just kicking tires, like, oh, we'll see who shows up today. They said 4 people are coming in. I was like, oh crap, 4 people showed up, and then they have
Yeah.
+1s and +2s, and like as you said, like you had a couple slow days, but I think we've had solid numbers consistently and quality
Yeah.
leads too, not
Yeah.
just yeah,
Oh, and I mean, I think if we just look at February and March, like each of those, we brought a minimum of 40 people in. Like in
yeah,
each of those months, I was looking at it before this call, which is fantastic. And even if you account for maybe 5 of those people not being super serious,
yeah,
you still got 35 other people coming
yeah,
in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So, yeah, I guess jumping into kind of your mindset and your process behind things. I know you said you don't like the idea of being like a used car salesman. You didn't want to get in this and feel like you had to fully change yourself, your attitude, and your authenticity to make rent, right? Like that's not why you're in this. So I guess what is your mindset with that? Like how do you approach talking to people who come to your gym? How do you approach closing people? I know we just had a conversation about some
yeah.
more of the sales tactics, but outside of the direct sales tactics, what is your mindset when you have someone in your gym? Like what is your goal with that person?
Like I said, the main goal is to give them, the best class I'm capable of teaching, or me and my instructor are both on the same page. And we're here to educate people like, hey, this is what you're going to get here. Um, whether the price is this or not, like we try to discuss, but like, this is what you're getting. You're getting a serious class. We're teaching traditional Taekwondo. We're teaching an art that you can defend yourself, your family. Like I said, that's the bottom line. This is a military martial art started in the 50s. This isn't like I said, we do sport on the side and we do compete, but you're getting this. So that's like our main goal when someone comes in the gym is to show them what we're about and show them what they're getting when if they sign up with Genesis Academy.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I think that's pretty much keeping it that simple is it. And as me developing it through time is like, okay, now I need to figure out don't, it's not just as simple as why they're here. It's like it's your job to figure out why they're here or why they're not signing up or what's like that issue. So those are things I need to develop as we go on. And like I said, it's not me turning into a salesman, it's me just turning into a better, business person that wants to keep the school open. And like I said, yeah, now I'm making rent, but it will be good to make money, but I don't have to
Hmm.
sacrifice anything to do that. So like I said, now I know I can make profit without changing anything we've been doing since day one, since I started and since my instructor started. There's really nothing we're changing, but besides adding more membership.
Right.
Like I said, my goal is to give people a bargain. Like we're charging you this price, but we're gonna give you, we're gonna exceed that price like exponentially with the
Hmm.
class. Like these kids are getting, they're getting real instruction. We're holding them accountable. We're holding them accountable outside of the dojang, like between looking at report cards, giving that one-on-one time.
Hmm.
So even if we grow, we can still, stay true to who we are as a school. So
For sure. Yeah, and even as we just went through some sales training and going over
mhm.
that with us, like
Yeah,
it's not about pushing someone. It's about getting
yeah,
information, understanding
yeah,
what they need, what they want, what they're gonna get out of it, and just
mhm,
letting them realize the value that you hold.
yeah,
Which is great.
mhm.
I guess just a few more questions, wrapping
Yeah.
up here. What is there anything that you do differently now than when you started
Uh,
that stands out?
there's I definitely think trying to get them to sign day one is definitely a new thing I've been doing. Like talking to the parents one-on-one and trying to get them to get that sign up versus just saying, "Oh, thanks for coming by." Actually talking with people after. It's still a
Hmm.
struggle. I still like lack it some days. It depends. Like I know on Wednesday I had 28 check-ins and I was the only one there. Like I had 28 students in the 6:30 class and I was just like my mind was gone. Like at the end of that, I didn't talk to anybody. I know I had 4 trials and I was just like, that wasn't happening. I told like AJ talk to them if they want to sign whatever. I was like, there's gonna be days like that, I know, but days that
Hmm.
I can do it, I'm giving it my 100% effort to
Hey,
actually get people to sign.
good problem to have though,
Huge,
because
great
I mean,
problem to
like
have. Yeah.
drawing back to where you were. I mean,
Yes. Yeah. It's
you
all
you were
good
saying you
problems
were
to
in the
have.
hole, and now you have too
Yeah.
many people almost.
Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
it's it's a good thing. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's definitely a new thing. It's trying new things like with the online system. That's new to me. That's something I never thought I would ever need.
Hmm.
This is all new to me, learning how to integrate with the website and stuff like that. I would
Hmm.
say that's a big new thing. And also doing online payments too. That's another thing I was like, not gonna need to do
Cool.
that. That's new. Uh,
Hmm. What do you think? I just got a few more here, I promise.
yeah,
What do you
no, take
think
your
is
time. I'm
the
good.
what do you think is the biggest mindset block that people in the industry face, whether it's in Taekwondo or martial arts in general, and maybe from both ends of business owner and also maybe even students that you see, or like clients that you have in your gym or students that you have in your gym.
I mean, for me, since me being a new business owner, I've been training Taekwondo forever, but I haven't been running a school. My instructor, in the hand, he knows all the challenges he's faced. It's like, yes, you're gonna have a lull, like in student drop and stuff like that. Like you're gonna have kids leaving for sports. They're gonna want to do other things. So it's your job to keep those kids engaged in Taekwondo and ensure that the parent like make sure this isn't just like an option. This is something they can still do even if they want to venture out and do these other things. We need to find ways to translate our training to what they need to do. Like being able to move good translate to everything that they're going to be doing, whether they want to do basketball, wrestling, or any other sport. Like the things we do here is going to reflect them in the real world. And I think showing parents that is and the students that is a challenge. Like you think, oh, we're not here to train people how to fight. We could teach dogs how to fight. That's it's not the goal here. It's like Taekwondo is kind of a way of life. We're teaching you how to be a better person, how to be a better athlete, how to be better shape and you know improve your body. So I've seen a lot of school like I said, when we go sparring with other schools, I'm like, put the white belts with the green belts, like let them fight. Like what? And they're surprised, like why do they fight? Like I'm like, because these kids are getting promoted whether they train or not. So every 3 months they're getting a belt. and you're a yellow belt sparring with blue belts, green belts, whatever. Like this is what I see. Like this is the watered down I'm talking about when we go to other schools and see. And like all the
Hmm.
schools that we train with, like that we're good with, like guys in Florida and stuff, like they are also holding true to what we are. So definitely watered down martial arts is a huge thing. Facing,
Yeah.
like I said, like everyone is their own. Like if you want to, if that's your business model, you're doing that 9 to 5, that's fine. But um, like I said, I'm not going to knock anyone for doing that. But just know you're not doing anyone a service by giving kids black belts and then they get their butts handed to them when something real happens to them,
Yeah.
or an adult, they can't defend their kid if someone tries to grab you while you're out with your kid. Like, what are you gonna
Hmm.
do? A little crazy jump like kick or whatever? Like, no, it's not realistic. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I always try and tell like belts don't mean anything. Like, is this people that get black belt in a year? Like, so, uh, like I said, big challenges, watered down, and it's not knocking. Like I said, I'm not going to insult schools, and I'm not going to say I'm better than anybody. But like, definitely, you can definitely see it, and that's why we get these kids out to compete, and why we still compete. To show them like I'm not going to have my students compete, and I'm not jumping in the ring and competing. Like whether I'm
Yeah.
hurt or not, like whether I have an injury or not, I'm still going to go compete. Like I competed last week. My
Hmm.
instructor, he's over 60 now, and he competed. He got second, and I got third. I was like, dude, what the? And I told him, like, you're not putting me up again. We're not sparring each other. So, like I said, it's about that. It's about upholding a standard, and that's what we're here for. Like that's
Yeah,
that's
not and
pretty
not
much it.
not succumbing to what you think and what fear you might have, I guess, of what
Yeah.
like maybe parents will drop off if their kid isn't being promoted. Well, it's like, okay, but your kid needs to do X, Y, and Z, and you actually
Yes.
holding them accountable to that. A lot of people want it but don't know they want it. It's that
Yeah.
tough love type of thing.
Yeah.
And I actually would think it would speak to you having a higher retention typically and people appreciating your school and then recommending it because of those things, right? Because they know their
Yeah.
kid's not just getting the easy route.
Yeah. Definitely the parents see it right away. And definitely right away we see those parents that are just like, it's not the kid that's the problem, you're the problem. Because every time he
Hmm.
starts getting, something gets hard here, he's looking at you and trying to run to you. So we see it,
Hmm.
whether he's a 13-year-old or 7-year-old, 5-year-old. Like we see in the like I had a 7-year-old that doesn't know how to tie his shoes yesterday. I was just mind boggled. And like, does your
Hmm.
mom tie your shoes? He was like, yep. I'm like, there's the problem. So small things like
Yeah,
that translate to bigger things in life. Like,
for sure.
and like I said, I kind of got off track with like the question, but like biggest challenge in the industry, it's a huge challenge. It's not just, like I said, it's not just Taekwondo, it's all martial arts together. I mean, I know there's an MMA school right next to me. Like I said, I tell people like, hey, you don't want to be here? There's schools everywhere. Like
Hmm.
I'm training under him now for jujitsu. It's like, and they have the same issues. It just took a little longer for them to get that problem. Like
Yeah.
30 years into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, now you're getting these watered down schools. You're getting like, okay, I know for sure his purple belts in that school are gonna wipe the floor with black belts that in a couple towns over from me. Like I know because I know John, the lead instructor, he's serious. Like I trained with him in MMA. Like he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it forever. He holds a standard. Like you want that purple belt, blue belt, you're gonna earn it. Like you're gonna break some limbs. You're gonna be bloody nose, this and that. It's not supposed to be easy.
No.
So like
Yeah.
it's a breath of fresh air. Like I said, our school's a breath of fresh air when parents see it. Um, some parents don't like it. They think it's too tough or whatever, but we try and say like, hey, what do you think's gonna happen when they get to an age where you're not gonna be there? You send them off to college. It's like you think people are all gonna be friendly and nice to them? Like, no. It's so yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess last couple questions, kind of wrapping back to working with us, and then if anybody's watching this and kind of on the fence of working with us, somebody like maybe who's had a conversation with Jimmy and is on the fence, what would you tell them? What advice would you have for them?
I would say definitely take the question seriously. If you want your school to work and you're not just trying to do it because you're stubborn or you want to make money, like you have to be willing to change and work with them as like a team. So I would definitely say do it 100% if you want your school to succeed.
Hmm.
And it's a partnership, definitely. Like I'm spending the money, but I'm also getting my dollar's worth, like between every other week meetings, adjustments to it, looking at the data, being honest, like holding me accountable, like, hey, are you talking to them after like they leave? I'm like, no, like, okay, there you go. Well, here's some solutions to those problems. So you have to be willing to take yourself seriously and also, put your hands in, like, take that leap of faith, you know,
Yeah.
do it. I'd say do it. Like I said, nothing but good experiences here on my end, and I can't
Nice.
wait to see I can't wait to hit over that 50 mark. I
Yeah,
have a
man.
feeling especially with these small changes, like we talked about, like this last meeting, I think I can see some big improvements.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And then, yeah, just to wrap it up, do you have any final advice or just things you would want to share with anybody in the industry, or even if somebody thinking about starting a school, or somebody who's been doing a school for 3 years, you know, anything
Uh,
you would like to share?
I would say definitely it's gonna help doing some type of marketing. You need it. It's inevitable. It's tough for schools now, but this is they're definitely gonna help. It's definitely a necessity. So
Mhm.
I'll say take you guys seriously, because I know people are getting flooded with hundreds of ads like this school, we specialize in martial arts, we specialize in martial arts, blah 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 blah. It's endless. I can count like maybe 40, but I could say you guys are legit and this is it. I'm glad I made that decision to go with you guys.